6 days a week, it's going to be used to forge horseshoes, but 1 day a week, an anvil is used to forge victories here in Indianapolis, and it's been rung once again at the city's Lucas Oil Stadium, telling us all it is time for football. Today, two teams hailing from the AFC, between the Baltimore Ravens and the Indianapolis Colts.
Your 2026 Indianapolis Colts!
Spencer Schrader's going to have the honor of getting us started. And here we go from Indy. Ajante Wester to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And leading them out in year 9. No surprises here, partner. It is the two-time MVP Lamar Jackson.
One thing that's pretty cool is I actually got to call Lamar's very first game as a starter in Louisville versus Florida State. And from the first snap, Kate, you just saw a speed different than anybody else I've ever seen play the position. He may not be as fast as he was then in college, but he still is electric. And man, can he make plays that very few others can.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. Stops there, but that gets them the first. A big game before the defense got to him. Looks like about 22 yards. Well, he's got his early highlights, Brock, but you know he wants to add a few more to that reel before this game wraps up.
There's no question about that. And you want to get that century mark. That's a number that running backs are proud of, and stacking runs like that will sure help.
Zone read, they'll hand off to Henry. Got the give on the zone read, and the defenders were waiting for him. He goes down for a loss. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
This one set up for Lamar. And it's a nice game, but they needed just one more yard to move the chains. 4 yards does get them back to even, partner, but they're left with 3rd and 10 now.
And that's a pretty modest pickup for a QB keeper. On a traditional handoff, you'll take that yardage, but those QB keepers, so many times, they're really designed, Kate, for chunk plays in my double digits, and they nearly got it there.
They'll air it out on 3rd. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down. So they couldn't throw for it on 3rd down, and as a result, Sam headed off the field earlier than expected on their opening series.
Keeping them off the scoreboard, well, that's already a win defensively. Not letting them even cross midfield, that's the cherry on top.
Baltimore lined up in punt formation. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end.
The Colts take over.
So now the Colts getting their first opportunity on offense in this game. Bringing him out, he's picked up a couple of nicknames in his 7 years in the league now. Out of Duke University, it is Daniel Jones.
Jones has had a tumultuous career. That's with a capital T, by the way, that continues to have some ups and downs. Maybe part of that's playing under the bright lights in the big city of New York. But he's had some tough outings. He's had some brilliant outings. He's had some ups. He's had some downs. But he did take a team to the playoffs, and he's got to use that experience, build off of that confidence to do it again.
A quick slant into the hands of Downs. And he's going to be brought down up the 28-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Great start on that first down. Only need 2 here on 2nd. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. Brought down after a gain of about 5. That gives them a first down. Sure seems like running at a blitzing defense shouldn't work out too often, Brock, but right there it did nicely for him.
Yeah, football's kind of a funny game, Kate, because it can be super complex. Yeah. You get into a lot of language and a lot of detail, and then other times, like, just run away from the blitz. Just run away from it, and good things can happen.
First down now, ball at the 33. Downs will go in motion left. First down, and they go right back to him. He's stuck with him, but this one heads the wrong way. He winds up losing yards. That right there, exactly the type of havoc that a well-designed blitz can cause, Brock. Everyone's so busy picking up their rushers. That D-tackle cleaned up.
Sure did. He gets his one-on-one. He shocks him with those heavy hands, knocks off that blocker, and knocks down that runner.
Jones now on second down. That's completed right side. Into the red zone. It's an Indianapolis touchdown. Well, Brock, we normally talk about complimentary football at some points every week. So how about the way they've begun this one, huh? Force a punt and then cash it in for 6 on their opening drive.
Can we do it every game?
It feels like it. Almost every game, yeah.
I think you're right. Because that's what the NFL is about. We all know the margins are so small in this league. And the team that typically plays the complimentary ball is typically the team that wins.
Spencer Schrader on now for the extra point. Send right down the middle and good. And that's good for a 7-0 lead.
7, Ravens nothing.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Rasheen Ali on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Here comes the Ravens offense, Brock, as we take a look at their coordinator, Declan Doyle. First season for him in Baltimore, coming over from Chicago after he helped guide the Bears to one of the best offensive seasons in franchise history in his lone year there. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. This is Henry to start the drive. Nearly starts the drive with a first down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9. Nice run there on first down, Brock. Now his defense a little vulnerable ahead of his second down play.
Sure is, and just kind of sets the table. Everything in that playbook is open to you. If you want to be aggressive, right now might not be a bad time.
Running once more with Henry. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Well, you taught me, Brock. Sometimes it works, and sometimes, like there, almost nothing from it as they just run right into the teeth of that blitz.
Yeah, the thing, too, about that success is get ready to see more blitzes. The coordinators love to dial it up.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. One of the tight ends in motion left. Turning to Henry on 3rd. And he's going to be stopped just a couple yards beyond the line, but that is still good enough for the first.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
They've got first down here from the 36. Another run for Henry. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Arden Key there for the stop.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Play action now with Jackson. This is Cox. That's Walker. It's a Baltimore touchdown.
Pass complete to Tez Walker.
Those front office personnel people love to pair speedy wide receivers and ask their coaches to do just that. Put some play action in there. Let him go run, because with his speed, that route is a winner, winner, chicken dinner.
That is Tyler Luke, now on for the extra point. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. That ties things at 7. We've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Ashton Doolin now to return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Colts sending their offense back down. So there's the one ushering them to the field's coordinator, Jim Bob Cooter. This marks his 4th year as OC with the Colts, and it was actually Indy Brock who gave him his first NFL job as an offensive assistant back in 2009. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Play fake, Jones. Fits it through the middle. Oh, that one did some damage as he's finally hauled down. A gain of about 24. 1st down coming up.
We just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the 1st down. That yardage really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
Jones now on 1st, and that last completion puts him over 100 yards already for the quarter. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. He's got a gain of 6 there. Malachi Starks read that nicely. He makes the stop. Okay, so they sent the blitz, but it almost seemed to backfire there, Brock. They ran through it for a pretty nice gain.
Yeah, because there's a little boomer bust,
yeah.
Right? Is an offense, as a QB, if you see that and run away from the blitz, it can be effective like it was there.
Jones to throw on 2nd down. He's got his man. That's Alec Pierce. Nice work here as he pushes forward for 20 plus the 1st. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
All set now. 1st and 10. Jones. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives him 1st and goal.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. To the end zone, but incomplete. Couldn't get it. That's going to set up 2nd and goal.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB. Over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
Second down now, it's Jones. And this is going to end up an incomplete pass, partner, so that brings up 3rd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last 2 passes haven't worked out. Another one likely coming. It's 3rd and goal. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. He's hit and taken down. They got him at the 18. Corner Marlon Humphrey. And it's going to lose 9 as well as bring up 4th and goal.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense, who puts a sack on the board.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Here's Wester on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. In that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. First call here coming from the shotgun. The drive begins with Henry. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8, 2nd down. And already we're seeing the mind games they can play with personnel. You talk about this all the time, Brock. Looked like a passing set, left them some room on the ground.
10, 11, heck, even 20 personnel, doesn't matter. Offensively, you get to dictate the terms. Kind of like those pitchers and catchers that once in a while will pitch backwards. Keep your opponent off guard.
And the keeper pays off. Give him 7. Not able to avoid the hit at the end, but it is enough for a first.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
So first down from the 41. Now here's Lamar. And this one is launched downfield. Well, they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that first down throw, swatted away by the defense.
I like that right there, Kate. Early in this game, show your cards, double this guy. They know his ability, his reputation makes somebody else beat you.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Now it's Lamar. Finds his man. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's going to be hit almost immediately after making the catch. He's going to be about a 6-yard pickup.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. He's able to hit Flowers. Caught. They manage about 9 before a stop is made. And that's going to bring up a Ravens first down.
We call 3rd downs money downs for a reason, Kate, because it takes everybody offensively to cash in. Excellent protection, set the table for the QB to get the completion and the yards necessary.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Looking to throw. Jackson. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And he takes it just inside the 40s, down to the 39. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle.
It's just kind of the type of play why you name a position like this tight end, because it's going to be tight throws in the contested windows, and you got to get the job done with people all around you.
They put Flowers in motion right. This is Henry on 2nd. And he's going to be hauled to the ground with a first down in tow, Brock. Give him 9 on that play.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
First down, Henry's the running back. After that last play, he's up to 8 carries now in this opening quarter. And he drives it forward to maybe the 27. Brought to the ground by Cameron Bynum.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. Out of the gun, Henry. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring a third down.
He was taken down.
Now, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Lamar back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to wind up with about a 6-yard gain here as he's hauled down. Going to be a decent bit short, though. It's 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much at training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Oops, knocks it through. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
That ties the game.
A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The Indianapolis offense ready to take another swing at it. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Man in motion out of the slot. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. Short pickup to their own 31. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Got 4 on the completion, so still 6 ahead of him on 2nd down. Throwing here, Jones. Cut out left. He's got about 8 yards as he's taken to the ground. And it's going to be 1st down to Indianapolis.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Jones setting up the play action. Right side, this is reeled in by Warren. And give him about 4, nothing beyond the catch. And hit got there quickly.
A gain of 4.
This has the makings of a shootout. A lot of points, but still tied as we reach the end of 1. It's 10-all on the scoreboard. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Colts have the football. They start with 2nd and 6. Here's Jones to throw. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he gives himself up after a short gain.
I love that play.
That's a gain of 3.
I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield. Get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Taylor trying to run for this first. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. They go again with Taylor. This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Throwing on second, Jones. The pressure's there, and they drop him back at his own 45. Trey Hendrickson. And now they're going to need some help. This is a 3rd and 18.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the 3rd row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now 3rd down is so much harder.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Pass rush is there in time once again. They down him on the last snap, Brock. Force the incompletion this time. And those plays have brought up 4th down. 3rd down, Brock. You knew that pressure was coming. And sure looked like he was lucky to even get a throw away on that play.
That rush was coming to flat out end that drive.
Yeah.
And it did.
The Ravens take over.
The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Here's Lamar. Short pass brought in. And a nice chunk there, about 7. He's up to the 27.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Pass and catch got him 7. Let's see where they go now on 2nd and 3. From the gun, a run for Henry. He's going to be stopped after a gain of 9. That was what they needed. 1st down coming up.
We see it and hear it all the time. For receivers, their favorite moment is just to go up over a DB and make a play. And for these running backs, there is nothing that beats slamming right through a tackle and getting that 1st down.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. They go play fake with Jackson. Completed to Flowers. And that's only going to get him 3. And defenders all over it to escort him out.
At the 39-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Picked up a few on that 1st down play. So now we've got 2nd and 7. They'll motion him out of the backfield left. Throwing on 2nd, Jackson. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Now Jackson. Hits him on the in route. And the Colts pick it up. Nothing doing on the return, but the damage already done, partner. They take it away on the fumble.
As a quarterback, you're really trying as best you can, Kate, to find those windows where your man's got some space after the catch, because the last thing you want to do is throw him into a big hit. Yeah, I know that fumble goes on the receiver's record, but that QB, he feels responsible.
Here comes the Colts offense now for another possession. And in a tie game, we've been sensing a breakthrough coming, Brock. Might this be the drive where we finally see one side get the edge over the other?
Well, if it is, Kate, you know and I know it's about play-to-play execution, and more than likely, making sure they can convert in some of those situational downs.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Jones now to throw. Left side into the hands of Warren. And he's going to be dropped quickly after making that catch. Gain limited to a couple.
That's good time coverage right there defensively, but even a better throw on the play. Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet. I say to you all the time, Kate, completions, completions, completions.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? To throw, here's Jones. And that one's not going to be caught. Could have extended the drive, but the defender timed it perfectly, breaks it up. That means it's 4th down.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. As the Ravens go back out on offense, let's take a look at Colts defensive coordinator Lou Anarumo. Lou in his 2nd season in this role with the Colts following that 6-year run in the same role for the Bengals. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. The tight end going in motion right. Jackson looking to throw. Pass caught by Smythe. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Coming off a 6-yard completion, here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw, here's Jackson. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Jackson throwing here. He completes it in traffic. We got the football clock, but not the first. That stopped just shy of the marker. 4th down.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Punt meets him at the 28. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Colts offense set to head out. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set. 1st and 10. Now it's Jones off the play action. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I don't care how good a secondary you are, how loaded you are with talent, and you've got time to allow a receiver to work from one side of the field all the way to the other versus zone coverage, well, you're going to make a defense pay.
Here's Jones. Complete out to the right side. And give him about 4, nothing beyond the catch. And hit got there quickly.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Got 4 on the completion, so still 6 ahead of him on 2nd down. Here's Taylor from the pistol. And he's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Now Jones. It's caught. One. Look at this effort, just enough driving forward, gets them the first.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
39-yard line.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Play fake, Jones. What a difference a play makes. This one not working out in their favor. He's hauled to the ground. Hendrickson gets him again. And that is now 2 for him, and we're not even at halftime.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Jones now on 2nd down. That's going to be caught by his back. Taylor, who's brought down at the end of a nearly 30-yard gain. And that's going to be good for a Colts first down.
From a great throw to a nice route catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here's Jones on 1st. And he's found his target all 4 passes so far on this drive. Option give to Taylor. And he picks up 5 on that 1st down run. Brings up 2nd down.
Nothing too fancy there. That is just some good physical football from a back who knows how to read his blocks, Kate, keep himself square, and go get those tough yards.
1st down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Jones. And across the line he goes. Touchdown, Colts. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Kicking team out to try the extra point. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And they've broken this tie. They've taken a 7-point lead.
Ravens 10.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Ali to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Baltimore running its offense out now. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They send him left out of the slot. First play of the series, only to the right. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. It's Justin Wally getting there for the stop.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Kind of more aggressive call on 2nd.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Here's Jackson to throw. Well, would have been a big completion, Brock, if not for that meddling defender who knocked it away. It sets up 3rd down.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react? Read and react. You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Now here's Lamar. Oh, he's going to run for it. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you could take a whole bunch of pride in not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the first.
The Ravens getting ready for the punt. Josh Downs deep for the Colts. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Colts and Daniel Jones making their return to the field now. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. We've set it downs for him from the 31. Slot receivers headed left. Jones setting up the play action. He's brought down. They got him at the 25. Calais Campbell. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Might be time to reach in the bag of tricks on 2nd down. 16 to go following the sack. Jones looking to throw. Nowhere to go with it, and he's planted. They got him at the 16. And these guys need to find a way to hold up better for their QB. This offense now facing 3rd down.
That is now the 5th sack this offense has had to endure in the first half alone. We're on a double-digit pace here. And I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself.
3rd and long for him here. Right side, this is reeled in by Warren. And he's not going to make it. They stop him short, so expect a punt coming up here on 4th down.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
He takes the fair catch at about the 26-yard line. We see the Ravens making their way out now. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
First call here coming from the shotgun. They send the tight end in motion. Play fake, Jackson. Little off center, his man just couldn't adjust to it.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
They'll try something else from the 27 this time, 2nd and 10. Man in motion, headed right. Working on 2nd down, Lamar. Connects with Bateman. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stops.
7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Third down and 3 coming up on the other side of this 2-minute warning. More from Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Extra man in the secondary for the Colts now. Third down. Lamar back to throw. Making the call himself. Escapes a defender. This is going to be good for a new set of downs. In the end, about 16 yards on that play.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Now Jackson. Gets it downfield. On target to Flowers. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Big hitter on first down. 30 yards.
You throw it in the middle of the field, it's all about anticipation and accuracy. I mean, those are the two keys all the time in my book, Kate. But when you throw it in the middle of the field with all of the traffic, that's where guys with great anticipation and that tremendous accuracy come to life.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Out of the gun and give to Hill. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. They kick the running back in motion. 2nd down. Here's Lamar. And this one's misplayed and falls to the ground. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage. And that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Here's Lamar. Caught by Flowers. And he gets home. Touchdown, Baltimore. Zay Flowers capping a 7-play scoring drive. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Here's Luke for the point after. Send right down the middle and good. And that ties this game at 17 apiece.
17.
We've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. On the return, here's Doolin. And in the end, only able to get this up to his 25-yard line. The Colts out there on offense late in this first half. And with just under 40 seconds left to go, Brock, they can try a drive, but they got to hurry.
Eyes closed and my heart open just to get this off my chest and left my heart broken. Seeing how Goofy's a move for the green. Saying we on the same team, but what do that mean? Why build a bridge just to watch set it ablaze? Don't get me heated, ain't no way to control the inferno. Feel the spirit of prodigy, I've been keeping it.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. To throw, here's Jones. Has him on the quick hitter. And his effort after the catch gets him up near that marker. Gain of 9, Brock at 2nd down. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Got 9 of the 10 with that last grab. Need to get the last yard now on 2nd. Here's Jones to throw. Going with a screen to Taylor. Stop is made after a gain of about 7. That's going to be enough for the first. Timeout, Indianapolis. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Throwing here, Jones. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. The Colts take a timeout. That's their last one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Pistol now for Jones. Throwing the out route complete. Nearly gets him another first right there, Brock. Almost got it in just one play. Driven out just shy of the marker, so second now and less than a yard.
As any quarterback will tell you over the course of their career, it's not easy to deliver an accurate throw as you're about to get smacked.
Second down now, it's Jones. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. Well, you've been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right? And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Got it for the first. He's on the move. And we've seen a lot of this today. He's in again. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Manage that clock beautifully down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And they've broken this tie. They've taken a 7-point lead.
Ravens 17.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. He dodged the tackle. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Madden on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Snap and a quick kneel down, and the final few seconds are going to elapse here in our first half. So a one-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks for that update, Scott. Welcome back, everyone, for the third quarter. Got a one-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Indianapolis getting its offense out there to start off this second half. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. Starting the third with Taylor. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Here's Jones. Short pass brought in. And they get him down after a gain of 10. But great effort on his part. Pays off with the first down.
That just felt like a composure play. Quarterback was called. Receiver did his job securing the ball. And because of it, those chains are removed.
Jones now on first. That last pass, Brock, taking him over 300 yards for this ball game. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. That's going to be caught by his back. Taylor. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
So 5 on the catch, 5 still to go on 2nd down. From the gun, Taylor. And he's going to be hauled to the ground with a first down in tow, Brock. Give him 9 on that play.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
First down from the 42. Motioning the tight end now. On the counter, it's Taylor. Into the second level past the 30. And he has it down to the 26-yard line. It's 16 yards on that play. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
First down, and they go right back to him. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of him on that run.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Yeah, you can tell he is pretty tired of taking hits in this one, so rather than endure another one, he just throws that one away.
Captain Obvious will tell you, yep, they got to do a whole lot better job of protecting, because if you don't protect the quarterback in this level, this league, yeah, you won't produce.
Putting the tight end in motion. Here he goes, 3rd and long. That one nabbed by Warren. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they could be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove they're playmakers too.
Four downs to get this across. Here's first and goal. Straight ahead with Taylor. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
Pressure gets there. The defense gets home. He's dropped to the 14. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's third and goal.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
Third and goal for Jones. Cut near the goal line. And we've seen a lot of this today. He's in again. Touchdown, Colts.
Touchdown, Colts.
And that is his fourth touchdown reception of the game. And if you wonder how rare that is, only a couple of active players have ever achieved it in their careers, and it's been done less than 50 times in league history. Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And they bump their lead up to 14.
Colts 31, Ravens 17.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Here's Wester on the return. This makes it up to the 25.
The Ravens take over.
The Ravens and Lamar Jackson are ready to go again on offense. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense. Baltimore offense to the line now. First and 10. Lamar off the play fake. This one's to Andrews out right. He'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Got 4 on the completion, so still 6 ahead of him on second down. Jackson looking to throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Colts get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's first and 10. An early jump of the flags come in. I think this is going to go against the defense.
Encroachment, defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still first down.
Encroachment on that previous play, and that makes this a much shorter 1st and 5. Now Jones. A throw left side, caught by Brown. And he's going to follow up the penalty with a 4-yard gain, make it 2nd and a yard.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Taylor now, up the middle. Now that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. And in the middle of all that chaos and traffic, look at that. It was their safety who ran in to clean that up.
Yeah, with their size and where they come from on the field, it's pretty cool. They love those opportunities to blitz, kind of hide behind their defenders and their peers, and then go finish the tackle.
They're going to turn to Taylor on 3rd down. And ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down.
I don't mind that call at all, Kate. A little RPO there on 3rd down situation, but they went to the run, and they just couldn't get enough.
The Colts are going to turn to their kicker, Spencer Schrader, for the field goal try. He connected once, and a good chance here. This is inside of 35. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that makes this a 3-score game.
So that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Ali to return it. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. New set of downs for him from the 31. A designed run, Jackson keeping it. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Kate, I think we're seeing the exact same thing. That look of exasperation on the coach's face. You can't afford to take a loss like that, especially on calls that normally work.
Offense to the line, 2nd down. Now it's Lamar. To the left side, caught by Andrews. And out of bounds he goes after a gain of 8. It is 3rd down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. When it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
3rd down, and they need to get 10. Now bring the tight end in motion. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
They'll bring out the punter here. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Direct snap to the up man. He's going to push for it. And he's hauled down before he can pay off that gamble as their creativity is rewarded with a turnover on downs.
You know, in these situations, Kate, you got to be a great actor. That time, the punt unit defensively was not buying anything they were selling. That's a big stop on the fake punt.
The Colts and Daniel Jones making their return to the field now. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. There goes that man again, but a defender on time this time. Hit forces the football out, incomplete. We've got 2nd down.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. Taylor trying the left side. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Jones now to throw. Firing quick, but he is still hit as he let that one go. Good work by the defender affecting that pass. That's going to bring around 4th down. Well, I know you love to call this the money down, Brock, and on that 3rd down, that pass rush just got paid.
Woo, look at you right there. That's their job. I mean, in the minds of those guys in the front 7, Kate, you've been around them your whole life. They know it. They don't want to rely on anybody else. They're secondary. They want to get home, and they did. He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
The Ravens trotting out their offense. And you and I both know, Brock, they, like so many teams in this league, fans of establishing the run to begin a football game. Well, I'm looking at my watch, I'm looking up at the scoreboard. We're sometime into this one now, and they still haven't been able to establish it against this defense.
Yeah, kind of like when we walk into a defensive meeting room and sit with the D coordinator, and what is his #1 premise each and every week? Stop the run. Stop the run.
Yep.
Because you know if you create that kind of imbalance and you take away the run, you have a chance of playing pretty good defense like they've done.
Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens set it up 1st and 10. Lamar back to throw. And instead of a receiver, that one finds the ground. Incomplete. It's 2nd down. First play of the drive, Brock, you always tell me that's always the start of a new battle. And defense wins round 1 in this series.
Yeah, and this next down kind of sets the table, right? You got to now put yourself in a manageable 3rd down after lack of execution on 1st.
Throwing on 2nd, Lamar. Andrews with the catch. He doesn't get the chance to add on to that play, but this still has him across the midfield stripe all the way down to the opposing 42. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. Jackson to throw it. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And they get this down to the 28. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
One of the tight ends motioning left. Here's Lamar. Connects on the crosser. And a good tackle as that ball is secured. Limits that gain to 8.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is. Because that QB and tight ends, they got that ball out in a hurry.
Great start on that 1st down. Only need 2 here on 2nd. Now we're on the counter. They rally to him after a gain of about 7. That effort enough. They've got the 1st down.
Yak, yak, yak. That's what it's all about in this league as a running back. Can you get those hard yards after initial contact? This dude just got it done.
And you keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. One drawn up here for Lamar. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down.
QB runs could be some of the most difficult plays for these defenses. Not for the defense right there. Did the homework, and they get an A+ for how they defended that play.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now here's Lamar. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's calling his own number again. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Jackson throwing here. He's got Andrews. Defense contains him. That's going to force 4th down as he's dropped for a loss.
Well, that's one of the moments as a QB you just feel like those defenders are in your huddle. To drop them for a loss on 3rd down can't happen. That's an incredibly quick read by the defense.
On 4th now, on comes Tyler Luke, going to try this field goal for the Ravens. This 32 yards out, it's on the right hash. Luke knocks it through, and the gap closes to 14 points.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. On the return, here's Doolin. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. And his attention has gone to all of their receivers, Brock. This guy has continued to do damage in the passing game as well. Quite a weapon they've been able to use him as throughout this contest. Going trips left here as they get set. 1st and 10. On the ground first, it's a give to Taylor. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
2nd down carry for Taylor. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Long-time standout Calais Campbell there for the stop.
That's some running over there, Kate, that's going to get some love from his coaches. Maybe some fist pounds, too. Nothing flashy. Just trust your keys, run behind your pads, and get what's there.
Inside the final minute of our 3rd quarter. Zone read, handoff to Taylor. He dropped him after it looks like about a 3-yard pickup. And that is a Colts 1st down.
There wasn't a lot there for him, but he did what he needed to do. Go get that 1st down. Picked up the short gain, didn't risk a big loss. Looking for a bigger lane elsewhere.
So 1st down from the 41. Now it's Jones out the play action. And he's going to be brought down back at the 34-yard line. Travis Jones. And that will make it 2nd and 17 to go.
2nd and 17 at the 34-yard line.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's the Colts with the football as they hang on to this comfortable lead. Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Here's Jones to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And give him about 4, nothing beyond the catch. And hit got there quickly.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Ravens going with a dime package now. 3rd down. Jones looking to throw. Right side. This is caught by Taylor. And the defense is going to rally to this football. Stops things in the short field. So just 4 yards on that completion. That makes it 4th and long.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
The Colts ready for the punt. Rigoberto Sanchez will kick it away. And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens and Zay Flowers ready for another look on offense. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this 2nd half. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They go play fake with Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. They were on it right off the snap, and that hit altered the throw. That brings up 2nd down. Ooh, boy, that play action nearly backfired right there, Brock. Took a little bit too much time to set it up and some quick thinking at the end there to get that throw away as the hit arrived.
Yeah, that's really well said because, you could feel sometimes the quarterback on drop back, the timing.
Yeah.
Play action, sometimes it gets a little hairy. That was pretty savvy of him to find an incompletion.
And they're going to get to him, bring him down after allowing about 13 on the play. That is good for a Baltimore 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Hill now from the gun. And this will be stopped after a nice 6-yard pickup there on 1st down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
1st down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. We go right back to Hill. They get to him. He's hit, brought down after a gain of about 10. And that's going to set up a Ravens 1st down. Just some great blocking on that play, Brock. Those extra bodies near the line sure helped him get the space that he needed to get that chunky yards.
We hear it almost each and every week from offenses that really love their 12 personnel. Defenses trying to stop it, know how difficult it can be. Job well done by everybody there.
Now Jackson. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Tarvarius Ward picks it off. And the Colts will take over beyond their own 40.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've got him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. And the running lanes, and they've been hazardous. Not quite the decorated collection of highlights from him that we're going to look at here. Those big plays, the explosive runs where he leads an offense, just haven't been there for him in this one. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set 1st and 10. Play action now with Jones. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
I think you can almost sense a little bit of a hesitant spark out there. Nobody is going to get too excited. You're still down 2 scores, but there's a little flash of hope, a little flash of optimism. Their defense just gave the offense by taking the ball away.
The Ravens and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Pistol snap to Jackson. And this one's going to be incomplete. Catch there, but couldn't survive the contact. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10. And they send a man in motion. He finds Bateman on the slant. And he's not far from that 1st down marker, is he, partner? Up to the 47. 3rd down coming up.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Now they send their back in motion right. Now give it to Hill. Get in there for the stop, but give him about 9 on the play. And that's going to bring up a Ravens 1st down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Lamar off the play fake. And that's going to hit the turf. A good throw, but he couldn't hang on through the contact. We've got 2nd down. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions.
On 2nd down, Jackson. This one's to Andrews outright. And he's going to get about 3 here, almost all of it on the catch. The defense was there immediately.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. Even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
3rd and 7 now after the last catch. Got him 3. Looking to throw, Jackson. It's caught left side by Hill. And he's going to be taken down well short of the marker. Give him, looks like just about 3 on that completion. That brings up 4th down.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong. Where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field. Not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll get him back to 11.
That field goal didn't do a lot on the scoreboard to make it a more attackable deficit, but it does create a sense of urgency here for this defense to get off the field.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. On the return, here's Doolin. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Now the Indianapolis offense heading out. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Taylor. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
That is just a great drive start. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
2nd and 3 now. On the ground, DJ Giddens gets it. And he's going to be stopped after a gain of 9. That was what they needed. 1st down coming up.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
So first down from the 41. Jones setting up the play action. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's going to be brought down right after making that catch. A good gain, but the tackle limits it to 9.
I'll say this, Kate. This quarterback's got some courage right there. He throws it into double coverage, and he's got a guy there in coverage who's already picked him off, and he don't care. Kind of like that gunslinging attitude, but you better be careful the next time around.
This is Giddens. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Pistol now for Jones. That's on target to Pierce. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And it'll be first down Colts.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Giddens will get this off his own read. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, the 2-yard run on first down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. They go play fake with Jones. Hits it through the middle. And a big chunk picked up on that play, over 20, and he gets him the first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
On here with Giddens. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Play fake, Jones. And this might be the one that puts it away. Touchdown, Indianapolis. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Sent right down the middle and good. And the lead now up to 18 points.
41, Ravens 23.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Ali to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. And the turnovers, Brock, a big reason they have played themselves out of this one. Hopefully they can keep it clean here, if nothing else.
Yeah, well, this drive isn't pertinent to this game maybe anymore, Kate. This drive is for next week. They just want something positive here to end the game and carry forward into the practices ahead.
Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Jackson. He's got a man left. And they're all all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Yet another highlight in a game with so many of them. 30 yards.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Jackson looking to throw. Gets another one into the hands of Flowers. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Here's Lamar. Right back to Flowers they go. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on it. And then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Working on second down. Lamar. Short pass brought in. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So second down now after the incompletion.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Catch made. And stopped at the 1. All right, so they're going to have to get that final yard. They're going to have to earn it. 1st and goal.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. Jackson to throw it. And he's going to opt to just ditch this one through the end zone. That's going to bring up 2nd and goal. Had a man in the area, Brock, but correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think he was trying to hit him there. It looked like he was just getting rid of that football.
I'm not going to correct you. You're right. And that's really a compliment to this defense. You saw the guy. He had his man, but the coverage, well, it was too good, and he didn't trust that throw.
They'll try and punch it in. And he gets in. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Baltimore.
All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Here's Luke for the point after.
For the extra point.
Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. We've got ourselves an 11-point game.
Ravens 30.
Well, this one not quite over just yet. They've got 3 timeouts at their disposal, but really need to make the unexpected recovery here. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks them, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
First down from the 42. Now a carry by Giddens. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Jones going to do it himself. He's across the 20, still going. And he's finally taken down at the 16-yard line. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game.
At the 16-yard line.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. He brings it in. And he's going to be hit almost immediately after making the catch. And that's going to be about a 6-yard pickup. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock.
10-yard line.
Coming off a 6-yard completion, here's 2nd and 4. Out of the pistol, it's Giddens. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Ravens crowding the passing lanes. They go into the dime for 3rd down. Here's Giddens. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on 3rd down, and they've got themselves a 1st and goal. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down. So the Colts get the win at home inside of Lucas Oil. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner,